WWE's massive new deal with ESPN, Brock Lesnar's shocking SummerSlam return, a shout-out to Dustin Rhodes for one of the best matches of his career, and Gunther sitting down with The Undertaker for a can't-miss interview on Taker's podcast. What's up, everybody? VSOP here, and this is hip-hop and wrestling news with a Z. WWE and ESPN has striked a $325 million deal, a massive 5-year deal for the U.S. rights to its premium live events. These shows will stream on ESPN's brand new app launching August 21st, and that app's going to cost U.S. consumers $29.99 a month. Now, some cable subscribers will get it for free at first, but others, like YouTube TV users, for example, they're going to need to pay that additional cost unless new deals are made. This is about a 80% jump of revenue from WWE's Peacock deal. ESPN's platform means way more promotion. Think about SportsCenter coverage or ads during Monday Night Football or NBA games or other major college sports. That's way more eyes on WWE, but it also means that fans are going to be juggling way more platforms since Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and WWE archives on different platforms. This deal covers 12 major shows a year, 8 single-night events, and 2 two-night events, that being WrestleMania and SummerSlam. Some events might air partially on ESPN's cable channel before switching to the streaming app, which could be a smart way to hook casual viewers. The bottom line is WWE gets way more money, way more exposure, and ESPN gets a marquee property to help launch their new streaming era. Fans get another way to watch all the big events, if they're willing to add one more subscription to the list. Night 2 of SummerSlam gave us one of the loudest reactions of the year. Cody Rhodes had just beaten John Cena in a street fight to win the WWE Undisputed title. It was an emotional, big moment, passing of the torch vibe. It was definitely a classic you should go back and check out if you have not seen that match already. But as Cody leaves the ring and the crowd's chanting for Cena, here comes Brock Lesnar's music hitting, and the MetLife Stadium crowd goes. Now, this is Brock Lesnar's first WWE appearance in like 2 years. He was pulled off of television over legal concerns tied to the Janelle Grant lawsuit, where his name came up repeatedly in allegations against Vince McMahon, his creepy ass. He was never suspended, but he was kept under contract and kept getting paid. WWE legal wouldn't let him on TV until about a month ago. His clearance was kept secret, and that's what made the surprise work. Now, live, the crowd loved it. Online, it's totally different. A large percentage of strong reactions to his return were negative. And that's the split we're always going to see. Like in the building, the fans want those moments. And they got one. But online, there's way more focus on the bigger picture, like allegations, and what that says about WWE's culture overall. Now, from a business standpoint, WWE has always shown that they'll bring back a star if the audience in the building pops, even if there is some outside controversy. But this outrage is real. History shows that it rarely changes the booking unless sponsors start threatening to pull out. And as we know, WWE has sponsors all over the place nowadays. So we'll see how this goes over the next few months. Is this good for business or bad for the brand? Possibly both, but we won't know right away. Big shout out to Dustin Rhodes, the last of his kind. At 56 years old, this man is still wrestling at an insanely high level. Honestly, some of the best work of his entire career. Go watch the July 31st episode of AEW Collision, where he defends the TNT Championship against Kyle Fletcher in a Chicago street fight. Even with his knees clearly giving him trouble, Dustin left it all in the ring, and Kyle Fletcher is our new TNT champion. But now he's heading into a double knee replacement surgery on August 21st. Not one knee, but both knees at the same time. But if anyone can power through, it's the natural Dustin Rhodes. He's promising to come back stronger. And quite frankly, I believe him. So if you've been sleeping on Dustin Rhodes lately, it's time to wake up. Go back and watch that match. Appreciate the work he's been putting in, and join me in wishing him a speedy recovery. The natural isn't done yet. Lastly, I want to talk about Gunther on Undertaker's 6 Feet Under podcast. It was just awesome to see those two together. Undertaker even said if he wasn't retired, Gunther would be the first guy he would want to wrestle. And honestly, that makes perfect sense to me. Gunther's the kind of talent who would fit in and dominate in any wrestling era. I've been watching wrestling for a long, long time. Gunther is definitely in my top 20. Gunther talked about his wrestling style, being influenced by legends like Bruiser Brody and Stan Hansen, that gritty, hard-hitting approach. I really appreciated hearing that part. And he broke down how wrestling is all about storytelling, especially as a heel, creating moments where the crowd can truly connect with the babyface. He's committed to the craft, even if it means sacrificing merchandise sales to keep his character authentic. More props to Gunther because he has been an MVP this year. And that match he had at SummerSlam with CM Punk, if you haven't seen it, that match was a classic. He beat the out of CM Punk, and it just told a great story. He also spoke on the evolution of wrestling, saying that it's fine to adapt to a more entertainment-heavy style, but you can't lose the fundamentals. The balance between athleticism and storytelling is what keeps the product strong, and I agree with that completely. And on a personal note, becoming a father has shifted his priorities, but he's still focused on improving, enjoying his work, and being someone that the company can always count on. Make sure you go watch that full interview. It's about 1 hour and 10 minutes long, but do it after you finish watching this video. Trust me, it is worth it. That's it for this edition of Hip Hop and Wrestling News with a Z. I'm VSOP. If you like this format, let me know. And I might keep these going a few times a week. Drop a comment, check out our SummerSlam 2025 playlist, and let me know which stories stand out to you the most. Have a good one.